Hi guys, you're welcome to Mignon Sports Review. My name is Austin and we are here to discuss about the cracker between Nigeria and Algeria. Before we dive straight into it, please, if you really like what we are doing and you like our content, kindly remember to subscribe, like and share to keep us going on this channel. So, let's move straight into it. Nigeria versus Algeria. What are your thoughts? Do you think this is the comeback for Nigeria, bearing in mind what happened in 2019? A lot has happened. And from the track record, we can see that yes, we might have a formidable team, but Algeria also has a formidable team. So join us, let's go through some benchmarks and actually confirm historical events, head-to-heads, and see what history has for us. But before we go forward, let's dive straight into the FIFA ranking and actually know where each and every one of these teams is being positioned. Because presently, we have a FIFA ranking that is kind of tight-knit and close-knit. Join me, let's walk through it. On the FIFA ranking, Nigeria and Algeria can be seen at the top. From the FIFA ranking, we can actually see that Algeria is ranked at 34 in the world, while Nigeria is ranked at 38 in the world. What does this tell you? Does this tell you anything? But this shows that both countries actually have the very, very good team. They are formidable. They have actually excelled in the past. For them to be very close, this is a very, very close tie or a close ranking. Yeah, but it's very clear Algeria is ahead of Nigeria. That is very clear. We can't compute or contest that. But yeah, anything can happen. But from the rankings, we can see that Nigeria is actually in the list, in the 5-man or 5-country list, just as we have Morocco, Senegal, Algeria, Egypt, Nigeria. So these are the very, very first key countries ranked at the highest level when it comes to the African continent. So with this, can we make an inference? Can we actually say Algeria is here to repeat what they did in 2019? Or can we actually say Nigeria is here to give a comeback story to what happened in 2019? Now, moving forward, we can actually say a lot happened in this AFCON. But before we go into the AFCON 2025, let's look at the AFCON head-to-head in general and see what the historical footprints look like. As you can see, Nigeria had 4 wins and 2 draws, while Algeria had 4 wins and also 2 draws. So in this case, we can clearly see there is a kind of tie in the historical footprints. If we go back memory lane, in 1980, when Nigeria emerged as the victorious one, winning the AFCON, the very first AFCON Nigeria won, it was a 3-0 match between Nigeria and Algeria. Nigeria won that one, and this actually occurred in Lagos. 1982, at the group stage, Nigeria played Algeria, and it was a 2-1 victory to Algeria. In 1984, group stage again, there was a tie, a draw, at a 0-0 draw. 1988, semi-finals, it was a tie again, 1-1 at peace. The group stage again, in 1990, Algeria were very dominant because that particular event was hosted in Algiers and they took it home, just like Nigeria took it home in 1980. It was a 5-1 victory for Algeria, a very wide margin. Also in 2002, group stage, Nigeria had 1, Algeria had 0. At the final, Algeria also still won in 1990. Algeria still won in 1990, 1-0. 2010, the 3rd place match, Nigeria won 1-0 and Nigeria took home the bronze. So going back memory lane, the very, very recent history, 2019, the semi-final, we just needed to cross the semi-final and get to the final. But we remember what happened. Riyad Mahrez was there to make sure Nigeria couldn't move forward. Coming in with that late hour goal, a free kick, which he took with his left foot. It went straight to the left flank of the post, beating our own Daniel Akpeyi. And it went straight into the goal, sending Nigeria out of the finals. But well, what can we say? This is another chance for Nigeria to prove themselves. This is another chance for us to come back. Should I call it a revenge mission? Or should I call it a clarification mission? Let's move forward on this. It's very clear Nigeria has to do something because the footprints show that Algeria is not backing. They want to win it also. Every country wants to win this AFCON. So there is no pushover here. Now, let's look closely into the AFCON run, the present AFCON 2025, and see if we can make some historical footprints from there, something that can give us an inclination towards which particular team might be edging the other. Well, let's look deep and see if we can, filter out or make out something from this. So, Nigeria had 4 wins. Nigeria played Tanzania, emerged victorious 2-1. Nigeria played Tunisia, emerged victorious 3-2. Nigeria played Uganda, emerged victorious 3-1. And Nigeria played Mozambique in the round of 16 and emerged victorious at a 4-0 score. Wow. Nigeria has proven itself, coming out as the highest goal scorer in the tournament as of now. It's a very, very good record. But can Nigeria keep this team going? Can they keep the throttle? Can they keep it up at where it's meant to be? That is yet to be decided. Now, looking at Algeria, Algeria also had 4 wins, topping their group clearly, just like Nigeria. Algeria played Sudan, emerging victorious 3-0. Algeria played Burkina Faso, a 1-0 win. Algeria played Equatorial Guinea, a 3-1 win. And Algeria played DR Congo in the round of 16. And what happened? That particular match just reminded me of the Nigeria-Algeria match that happened in 2019, because it was the same late hour goal. The same late hour goal that happened in this Algeria-Congo DR match. There's a takeaway here. Nigeria needs to be careful because Algeria loves late hour goal. They love late minutes, not even late hour, late minute goals. So Nigeria has to be very careful. If you have your chances, deal with the chances, convert it. Because it might be a strategy. Algeria might have that as a strategy. Play with you, control the ball, keep holding the ball, keep the ball in their own side, keep the ball with them till you are tired out in that late minute and they snipe immediately. So this is something we need to look at. So looking at the historical footprint here, we can see that yes, Nigeria actually had more goals. Nigeria had more goals scored compared to Algeria. But at the same time, if we are looking at this historical footprint, there is something Nigeria is lacking that Algeria has. Nigeria doesn't have that clean sheet compared to Algeria. Algeria only conceded 1 goal. Nigeria conceded 4 goals. So you can see, what does that tell you? It tells you that the defense has to be looked at. The defense have to be worked on. The goalkeeping department and the defense department have to, put more prowess into what they are doing to make sure that this particular match does not evade Nigeria from the defense line. And if you look closely, the keeper keeping for Algeria presently, Lucas Zidane, has not conceded any goal. In fact, the 1 goal Algeria had conceded was conceded by a different keeper and not Lucas Zidane. So that tells a lot of story, and we need to be very clinical if we want to move forward in this particular game. Now, we have seen some historical footprints. We've seen what happened in the past. We have even seen what just happened in this AFCON. So, are we convinced? Can we drop a final conclusion on who or which country edges the other? If we can't, let's move forward. I'm sure we're going to come to a final conclusion. So let's have some highlights on some key players. Let's look closely at what is happening presently. So let's highlight on some key players that we would love to see do their thing in this particular match, starting with the Nigerian players. First of all, Iwobi. Iwobi has been very, very, very excellent in the midfield lately. Iwobi has been very good with ball distribution, playing in the midfield, a little bit deep in the midfield. He has the eyes to see and confirm who is open and who needs to get the ball. And he did it seamlessly, especially in the last match with Mozambique. So we would like to see Iwobi put up that same performance and make it even more than what he put up to help us take us to the next level in terms of winning this match with Algeria. Iwobi was excellent. Kudos to Iwobi. Another person we would like to see do his thing is Lookman. Lookman has been very, very clinical and dangerous, especially in the 18 box of the opponents. He knows how to dazzle the opponents, dazzle the defenders, and before you know it, they are carried away with his dazzle, and he has made a 1 or 2 pass, or a 1 to make an assist, or even go for the goal. So Lookman would like Lookman to keep up with the prowess. Another call out here is Osimhen. Osimhen has also been wonderful. Osimhen is pushing, is moving, and of course, in the last match here, he scored 2 goals, and he's already on the run also to see if he can actually come out as one of, or not, if not one of, the highest goal scorer in the tournament. Calvin Bassey is another wonderful person we'd like to see. Calvin Bassey mans the defense line. He makes sure that the defenders strike a brick wall. They can't even get through a brick wall. It's either Calvin Bassey goes down with them or they don't go at all. A good one from Calvin Bassey, commandeering that defense line and making sure all the runs are intercepted, all the area balls are intercepted, and all the direct one-on-one duels are actually won by him. Now, let's also touch base on the Algerian team. The Algerian team is also star-studded. We cannot neglect the stars in the Algerian team. And this is a call-out for me. For example, first of all, a player like Mahrez. Mahrez is very, very good with the footwork. Mahrez was the one that sent us home, or rather sent us to go play the 3rd place in the last AFCON 2019 with that free kick. I keep on emphasizing on that free kick because that free kick hit like a banger. It hit so much. A very good left footer, beating Daniel Akpeyi, and it got into the net at the dying minute. So Mahrez is someone that needs to be looked out for. He is a very wonderful player, nice player, plays presently for Al Ahly. Another person we should look out for is Ibrahim Maza. Ibrahim Maza is very efficient. A Bayer Leverkusen player, very efficient, and he knows how to win duels. We should actually look out for him because that is an excellent player. Another player also to be looked out for is Ryan Al-Nouri. Ryan Al-Nouri is an excellent player, a Man City left back. He's a left back player and he knows how to win duels. He knows how to tackle. He knows how to hold you down. He knows how to, run you through and make sure you don't go with that ball. He blocks you and he takes the ball away from you. This is a very, very strong left back, an excellent defender. We need to look out for him and we need to be sure we have a strategy to work out these key players and make sure they don't become that effective in that match. So these are very key players, wonderful players. I give it to them. Also, on the defense line, on the back line of the Algerians, I'm not going to leave out Lucas Zidane. Lucas Zidane has kept a clean sheet. He has not been scored in this tournament. He has not been scored. So you can't neglect that. This is someone that he might be positioning himself to take the best keeper of the tournament. So this is actually something we need to look out for and know how to deal with it. So in combination play, I'm going to call Nigerian players who are going to be pairing up with Algerian players in the duels. For example, Osimhen and Ben Sibini. Ben Sibini is a very critical player, a nice defender. So Osimhen might be going on duels with him. So this is a very key combination. Another combination is Mahrez versus Bruno Onyemachi. Bruno Onyemachi on the flank. Mahrez might want to go through that flank. You need to be, ready for him. Very sneaky, very fast, and there is a lot to do when it comes to keeping Mahrez out of the 18 box and keeping him in check. Then finally, another combination I would like to call out is Iwobi. When Iwobi goes head-to-head with Ben Nasser. Ben Nasser is an excellent player of the Algerian team, and Iwobi also, being a midfielder, might have one-on-one duels with him. So this actually has to be looked into. This combination has to be looked into, and Nigeria has to find a way to contain this excellent team in the Algerian squad. Finally, what are your thoughts? Tell me your preferred lineup. Because this match is very critical, it's very tactical. We need to know what we are doing. Before I dive into lineup, please try to tell me your lineup on the comment section. Tell me your preferred lineup. But for me, my preferred lineup will still be the lineup we used when we played the Nigeria-Mozambique match. The Nigeria-Mozambique match was excellent, 4-3-3, beef up the midfield, so that when the attackers are coming, they meet a false defense before meeting the real defense. Excellent. Osimhen at the forefront, Akko Adams supporting, Ademola Lookman doing what he knows how to do best, giving us the runs, giving us the beating here and there. He will be commandeering the midfield, knowing where to throw those passes. Bruno Onyemachi also overlap and knowing when to come back. Bright Osai interfacing and communicating purely with his goalkeeper and defense line. Not also forgetting other key players that can come into the team later on through substitutions. But at the long run, we should make sure we have that same lineup replicated, that same formation replicated for me, because I believe we are going to make something out of it. Before we go into predictions, finally, I would like to pass this on. We should also be very careful with our defense. It's been like a norm. When we are leading, we drop goals. When we are leading, we drop goals. Yes, in the Mozambique game, it felt like we've corrected that. So I believe that correction should be permanent. We shouldn't drop goals. Take the chances when we see them. This game should not crawl into the dying minutes, extra time. Kill it immediately. Kill it once you get the chance, and manage the game till we become victorious. Finally, for predictions, I'm going to predict a 3-1 victory for Nigeria. Tell me your predictions in the comment section, and I believe we are going to soar to greater heights and make a positive impact. I'm being very sentimental here, so please feel free to drop your predictions. Let us know what you think about this match, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye-bye for now.